at the Econ River Wilderness Area, which is a 2.4-mile loop located right near the UCF campus in Oviedo, and is a home to a lot of different species, including this beautiful American beautyberry plant, also known as the French mulberry, and also known as the purple beautyberry plant, which I guess makes sense because look at how beautiful it is. And this plant actually grows really well in partial sun and partial shade, which is why it grows well in forests and does well at the Econ. And these glossy purple berries are actually food sources for deer and birds who reside here also, so that makes perfect sense. And I want to see if I can get around to that one back here. And this woody shrub is actually native to southern United States, and blooms in the summer and can grow 3 to 6 feet in height and up to 8 feet in width. It symbolizes wisdom and intelligence. Okay, sorry. And so I think to be the difference between human conquerors and human citizens, a lot has to stem from how we perceive ourselves. So humans have completely imposed their way of life onto all members of the ecosystem and created a hierarchy of life built around human selection. We are living in a materialistic world motivated by capital gain, and it is impossible for us to make any progress in environmental solutions if we do not uproot the current systems at hand and stop basing an environmental solutions around the economy. We can't have a conservation system based off a human-made system because only one species will benefit. When the economy was created, benefits were not extended to the earth and their non-human residents. Thus, it will ignore many elements of the land community and keep neglecting them. The science and technology we've created has been used to manipulate and exploit Earth and leave our cohabitants with a home devoid of resources they need to live. Rather than technology changing with the course of the ecosystem changes as technology changes, completely disrupting the lives of other inhabitants. Land is seen as property, and as we have seen throughout history, we tend to treat property as a disposable commodity that we dump when we no longer see it with purpose. When we have no ethic for the land, we can exterminate whole communities without batting an eye, to quote Aldo Leopold. If we weren't so disconnected from nature, we wouldn't try to overpower her. We could see ourselves as an interdependent part which makes up our home. We can realize that in the grand scheme of our biosphere, we are only part of an evolutionary process. And I think that it's so interesting, and that I'm filming at the Econ. Oh, here's more of the American Beautyberry. And I think it's so interesting that I'm filming at the Econ because just a couple of months ago, they wanted to tear it down and to build a home development, and it was crazy because it's like, who are we to say let's tear up a whole entire home for all of our other cohabitants just so that we can live a more comfortable life? And I think that completely feeds into the human supremacy and speciesist mentality that we find that we can destroy anything that we don't see as equal because we've created an unjustified prejudice towards our own species, completely overstepping our boundaries. And other species make up, and while some species may not have the same capabilities or needs as we humans do, they still deserve equal consideration and respect. And so I think to be a citizen of the earth rather than to be a conqueror of the earth is to see the intrinsic value of all species.